Hello everybody, this is Godjira, and today we're going to be looking at the AMX Chasseur de Char, which is a Tier 8 French premium tank, currently on offer in the premium shop as a bundle at 25 of your Earth pounds or 35 of your Euro dollars or whatever you guys use, can't remember. It comes with 30 days of premium, which I wanted, and 1,000 gold, which I didn't want, but it was the best deal that's currently going on in the premium shop, and it's a tank that I want to be able to train a crew in for the AMX 30 and Lorraine line, so it made sense to buy it. Well, I talk about crews. I haven't got a very good crew in this tank. It's pulled out of all sorts of other tanks all over the place, AMX M45 loader, and I think I had an AMX 50B in the garage at one point for rampage mode or some other city mode like that. So the crew is not 100% and there's no sixth sense, so there'll be missed shots and I will be extremely twitchy as sixth sense doesn't allow me to know when I'm spotted. But I'm still going to the initial medium position here, which is up to this point, and then try and spot the enemy tanks crossing down and hope there aren't loads of mediums shooting me in the side. Normally when I start one of these games I will review the enemy disposition, what tanks they have, how many mediums mostly, and whether they're any good and where they're going to be. So I know that if I'm rushing into a typical medium engagement point, I'm not going to be outnumbered, for instance. In this case his medium numbers are reasonably okay each side. They've got some good players, we've got some good players. Everybody is mostly going to be where you expect them to be. So I was too nervous of not having sixth sense to actually push much further to try and get shots down on heavies crossing, and there are a lot of meds already up here. There's an STA1, a CDC, a T32-2 already up into the middle, so it all becomes a game of the dance around. But there's a problem already in the match, in that the 1-2 line, the main flank, they're pushing hard along there, and invisible tanks are already shooting me. So you already notice one feature of this EDC is when that invisible T37 shot me, it took my turret out. So module damage is extremely common on the CDC. So when you get shot, normally your driver dies. I think he starts the game mostly dead. I found the turret keeps getting jammed quite a lot, which with a tank with not particularly good turret traverse for a medium, can affect your game later on. So that's why I use the repair kit rather than run away and let the repair skill kick in. So yeah, they've pushed that flanks really hard. I'm trying to use the terrain to get hull down and get side shots in, but it's not a great position. If Artie hits me now, I'm done for. I'm going to see how many shots I can get off, but we will then see one of the advantages of playing the CDC, and that's its ability to relocate. So let's see if we can get shot on this FCM as he crosses. I don't know where that went. The reload's 6 seconds, which is much quicker than quite a number of the other uses of this gun. So that flank is now completely lost. So I might be dumb enough to be in this position in the first place, which is not the greatest position I've ever been in, but I'm also smart enough to realise that it's not a good position to be in. And I'm in a CDC, which means I can relocate. So I've got choices on relocation. I could relocate up into the middle, into the village, and help the guys there in that medium fight, but I'll probably get some shots at me, so people will shoot me, which I don't like. Again, module damage, dead crew members. I could have gone into the town, helped the heavies, win that flank, and pushed on through that flank, but again things are going to shoot me, and at the end of the day these guys are going to drive through our cap in behind us. So I've chosen to go back to this point to try and get some spotting and some shots in, some side shots, so we've got a crossfire going on. I got a nice one into the CDC, and my allies in the village managed to shoot them down. I guess really the enemy mediums must be engaging the heavies on that side, so that's why they're not pushing on our mediums in the middle. Anyway, so there's that nasty T37 and an STA2. This STA2 managed to bounce me a number of times in this match, which is fairly untypical for that tank. But yeah, that nasty little T-37, I think I'm going to get some more shots into him. There's an ELC that's running around in the middle of the field for no good reason, and a Borsig suddenly appears. So I'm using stealth mostly because I'm outside of spotting range for most of these tanks. Unless that the ELC spots me, they shouldn't be able to see me. I don't know if I'm spotted. Again, I haven't got sixth sense, and I don't want to poke myself out to shoot that ELC because the FCN behind it will probably shoot me, as well as the Borsig, as well as the GW Panther. So I want to remain as hidden as I can. But looking at the circles, I'm in render range but outside spotting range of those guys. But I think the ELC is about to magically appear. I'm still trying to seek shots. ELC appears, shoots me, drives into a building. I shoot him up the ass and he's dead. Now try and get some wiggle on. If the GW Panther hits me, I'm toast. Very, very burnt toast. So the CDC has absolutely no armour whatsoever. You don't want to be being shot. You know, I've got away with very relatively little module damage here. And I'm just using stealth and crossfire to help win this battle, really. It's gameplay wise, it is very much like a tier 10 medium. At tier 10, the power of the guns means that armour is kind of irrelevant, and you're mostly just hit points and mobility to avoid dying. So a bit like playing the Leopard 1, for instance, you're relying on your mobility and your ability to get hull down and relocate to win games rather than you know, bouncing shots or anything like that. So this FCM again wandering straight across the middle of the map with, you know, 4 tanks able to shoot it. It's not a good idea. Somehow he managed to bounce me. Good angling probably. But this match is starting to be over. There's the FCM and the Dicker Max. Dicker Max has just appeared on the map, and he's actually in the position which I would have chosen to go to initially on the other side in the CDC, which is a nice position at that crossroads where you can get shots on enemy tanks as they cross over into the 1-2 line. So they cross over and you can shoot them as they cross, and you can also get shots into the village from that position, as well as relocate into the village or across to the other side quite quickly. So the Dicker Max is gone, all that's left is RT. I don't think he's fired a shot at me all match, but I might have a couple of shots at him. And there he is. He was in one of the only 2 positions he could possibly have been in. I was banking on the other position, which would have been right in the corner where they can drown. They like deep water. So that shot didn't go in, but the game's over and we won it. Now I'd like to say that I helped. I didn't do massive amounts of damage, but by relocating back to that position at A7, I was able to get spots and side shots. Well, spots on the guys that were pushing from one line and side shots into the guys that were in the village. So that's that game. So moving on, we've got another game for you. Yeah, I think the CDC is a pretty good tank. I've really enjoyed playing it. I don't enjoy getting hit for 900 damage by T-49s, that's no fun at all. But I do enjoy the mobility and the fast firing gun, and the gun depression as well. Gun depression is a really important thing for meds to have. You can take advantage of the terrain and your mobility to, you know, get more shots in and keep that gun firing. It's all about keeping the gun firing. So this game is on Overlord, the D-Day map. I'm platoon with Buffer Zone. I'm again reviewing the enemy teams, seeing, you know, what meds they've got. They've got a Type 61, they've got a Super Pershing, it's not really a med. There's some huge tank destroyers. Their top tier is an M103 who could be anywhere. I think what I will be doing is I'll be going to the crossroads round about D9 and just playing on the ridges there, using my gun depression to get opportunistic shots into the side of things, hopefully. I shall mention it again that this is a rubbish crew with no sixth sense. So I'm probably going to be more cautious than I would normally be because I don't know if I'm spotted. But it's a good reflex to have, is to be cautious. Is even when you are spotted, you can still get shot as the bulb goes off. So I'm doing a little scout run, just a little peek, just to see if there was anything at the big rock. I didn't spot anything. Pop up again. Again, I'm not spotting anything. Possibly because nothing's in position by now. But there we go. Enemy Type 62 is going to run the ridge really aggressively and spot me by proxy here, at least, even if he didn't get his turret onto me. So I'm having a wiggle. I don't want to be hit by RT. I don't want enemy tank destroyers hitting me. But Type 62 is taking too many risks. He's exposing too much of himself. He only needs to poke the tip of the base of his gun over, or his commander's hatch to do spotting over this. And he's also proxy spotting several of us, so he was taking too many risks and promptly got shot for it. So just looking at my little circle to make sure see if I'm in proxy distance. Yeah, tanks can shoot me from loads of different places over here if I pop up too far. So the M103 has decided to move, and it looks like there's a straightforward bang off at the front of this crossroads here. So, you know, dumb heavies are going to be moving forward, playing peekaboo and shooting each other. That's not a game I want to be playing in a medium at all. I think I might go over here and kill the Type 62. Not too late. And flank them. So I need to be shooting them from behind or in the sides, because that way they have to turn. The whole point of flanking, you make them turn so that they are then exposed to the things that they're in this dumb heavy bang off with over here. I mean, they're not doing very well in the dumb heavy bang off. It's probably going to be won by our team anyway. They seem to be doing quite a good job. But let's have a look over here. Oh, the gang's all here. Everything's here. So I'm not thinking of taking too many risks. I'm not trying to get a couple of opportunity shots. Again, I'm shooting stuff in the side. I've used auto aim to make sure my gun is, you know, roughly in my resistance, and I think I cancelled it to fire the shot. Missed anyway. The T-34 is going over the top. He's taking too many shots in return to the one he fired. But it has made the enemy's turn, which means our guys can now push on through. So these are in a bit of a disarray. They don't know who's going to shoot them. So pop up, gun depression, opportunity shots, try and keep the gun firing. So we've got the Lova, super purging, all the tank destroyers are over in the other corner, otherwise I've been chopped dead by now. And again, auto aim, all I need to do is keep auto aim on and just make sure I get parallel to the super purging. Finish him off. I don't want to hang around here. Enemy tanks will be shooting me. I want to be going back to exactly what this our Type 62 is trying to do. And there are isolated tanks over on the other flank that we can just get behind and kill. I've got no interest in engaging the enemy tank destroyers head on, or even, which is what would happen if I pushed on the way that Buffer is going. My job here is to pick on the weak. And yeah, well, the ST1 is one of the best tanks in the game, certainly at tier 9. He's on his own, so all I got to do is get behind him and I can get shots at him. Does appear to be pointing his gun at me, which is very nice. So let's have a look. See, wait into the fires and withdrawals, and then I can make my move. I don't want him firing at me, but he's behind that building, so I can go down and get behind him. He's not a one-shot, but I could actually take a hit off him if I wanted to. I'd rather not. But I'm about to, though. Or either he shot somebody else, or he missed by mine. So now we've got idiots on the beach and tank destroyers camping the corner. I don't want to engage tank destroyers frontally, not those great big things. Object 704 will finish me pretty easily. What I want to do is find the guys that have wandered around lost on the beach. I'm out of spotting distance of the camping tank destroyers, so unless something spots me, they're not going to see me. I'm certainly within render, so if I do get spotted I need to get out of the way quickly. But there should be, why people waste their time on the beach on this map I have no idea, because you get down there and then you can't get back up in time. The match is over and these guys are, they might well be full health, but there's nothing they can do to affect the game. So I'm just trying to see if my circle might proxy something here. But, oh look, enemy ISU. It's an ISU or an SU? An SU. Pretty much, even if he's got the derp gun, the effect on me is going to be pretty nasty. But I can see that he's turning round, so I think I can go down and get behind him. Object 704 wants to go first. He's not very quick though. So I can't see him yet. Doesn't appear to be shooting me, so I guess I'm not spotted. So this is kind of almost reverse side scraping, but not very good. And there he is, with his back to me. So we've now got an enemy T-34 and IS that have been wandering around lost on the beach, and there they are. Again, I could go out the top and engage them frontally, but how much nicer it is to take them roughly from behind. And I've got the speed with this tank to do it. The relocation speed is brilliant. Sometimes that can get you in trouble if you're the first thing spotted and everything shoots you, which is not good news. It's, once again, you do not want to be taking hits in this. Certainly not early on. Don't lose early hit points. So that's the T-34. He was a one shot. Don't think I'm going to get my reload in before the IS turns around. It being Soviet, I expect he doesn't even need to aim. Probably just has to roughly point his gun at me and that will kill me. But yeah, I can afford to play peekaboo. I could afford to take a hit and just rush him here, but I'd rather not. And he's going to come and rush me anyway. He didn't even have to very big gun. And that's it. Game over. Ooh, an undeserved top gun. So the AMX CDC Chasseur de Char available now for 25 of your Earth pounds, including 30 days premium. If you want the 30 days premium, it's a really good deal. It's a tank that I know a lot of the unicorns at What Labs really love. Is it because of the way it plays like a high tier med. It plays like a tier 10 med. Mobility, gun depression, no armor whatsoever, huge module damage, Frenchmen shouting at you all the time, but I think it's worth the money, and I'm going to grind out the crew in it so that I'm ready for the AMX 30 and the Lorraine and Batchat line, because I don't want to take the crew out of the 1390 at this stage. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like in the comments or whatever you're supposed to do on these videos. If you didn't like it, well, just go to hell. And if you do like the video, then I hope I'll be able to do some more very soon. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you and good night.